Hey guys! Hey, it is 4 p.m. right now. So if you can hear me, can you please type yes? It's 4 p.m. right now. So if you can hear me, can you please type yes? Hear me? Hello. Hi guys. Let's just wait for a few more folks to stream in. How's everyone doing? Okay, you can hear me. Great. Okay, so while we wait for people to come in, type in the ticker symbol that we are going to cover today. What is... Hi, Mansing. No, not princess. You guys remember? Oh, you said yes, but there is echo. Okay, let me just try my earpiece to see if it's better. Hold on. Okay, is this better? Okay, so just be a little bit patient, okay? Because there is some lag in the comments. So, feel free today when I cover Twitter, when I'm covering whatever I'm going to share, just feel free to post some questions, but please note that there are some delay, that there is some delay. Can't post comments to some destinations. Yeah, okay. Cool. Now, if you're ready for me to start this session, and if you guys have ever used Twitter, can you type in the comments me? If you have ever used Twitter, type in the comments me. Okay. Let me just... Sorry, yeah, a bit lag today. Okay. So if you... Okay, cool. Hi guys. Okay, it's 4:03 right now. Sorry for a little bit of the delay. Testing out this new StreamYard thing for myself. So yes, if you have used Twitter before, type in the comments me. Okay? I don't see... okay. I see me. Great. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now, can someone tell me what happened in recent times? What is the latest news on Twitter? What's happening on Twitter?
Sorry, I can't find any news about recent times. What is the latest news on Twitter?
What is the recent news on Twitter? Okay, so we know that in recent times, Twitter made headlines. Why? Because there was a hacking, right, by the Bitcoin community, and they were trying to basically take advantage and they hacked all the high profile people's accounts, right? Joe Biden, Jeff Bezos, Barack Obama, so on and so forth. And why is that happening? Can you guys tell me, why do you think that is happening? Why are this they're trying to solicit donations, right? Bitcoin donations. And why do you think this is happening? Okay, so I want to tell you that this is happening because Twitter, like no other social media sites, okay, at least in the US, right, has the power to shift markets like Twitter. Let me just give you some examples, okay? And this tells us why, especially Twitter is a platform that is very valuable for hackers. So basically, whatever information that goes out on Twitter shifts markets. You see, let me show you. We know Trump, right? It's funny because the Wall Street, the financial markets, right? The banks actually came up with this new index called the Vol-FIFI Index. And how this came about was a few years ago, when Trump, he was just blabbering and just complaining about the stock market. Not about the stock market, about Twitter, about social media, how he's getting slammed unjustifiedly and unfairly. He actually posted this tweet despite the constant negative press, and he wanted to type coverage, but he typed Kofifi, and ever since then there was this troll about it. But what they found, right, was that the stock market, actually there is some correlation between the stock market and Trump's tweets. So Bank of America, Merrill Lynch says that whenever he tweets more than 35 times a day, stocks tend to fall, and whenever he tweets less than 5 times a day, the stocks tend to rise, right? It's very interesting. And then what happened earlier in terms of the last year, right, when the stock markets came down? The Dow dropped 280 points because Trump went to say, China should not have put the new tariffs on United States. And he was saying from the 1st of October, that was 2019, we are going to be taxing China goods, China products. And that was when the whole US trade war started, right? And then the markets became unstable, it fell. And then this year again, when he said that, we are going to be finding a vaccine, we are going to, I'm going to pump in more money. Every time he makes the announcements, that there's going to be more stimulus, and his fake news about vaccines being found, right? The stock markets rose again. And not just in politics, right? But in the world of business, what is happening? Can you type in one of the recent, one of the high profile people in recent times? He also tweeted something and then his company's shares fell. Who was that? That is Tesla, right? Elon Musk recently in May, when the stock price rose, he went to tweet, Tesla stock price is too high in my opinion. And then what happened? Overnight, it fell more than 10%, right? So you see the power of Twitter. Now, over the years, right, Twitter has gained a disproportionate amount of influence relative to its size. Later, I will show you, how it compares versus versus Facebook, right? But in the likes of the Facebooks and Instagram and all that, Twitter has gained disproportionate amounts of influence, and it is the go-to platform for the politicians, for the executives, for the celebrities, for the journalists. And it's because of the influence and the whole long list, of all the big names that is active on the platforms. the power to move the markets and that influence and to influence world events that makes Twitter incredibly valuable targets for hackers. But really, if you ask me, is this only noise? To me personally, yes, because all other social media platforms, right, or even digital players, you know, when we're talking about even in the payment space, in any other digital players, right, hacking, it is a risk that they are all facing. So if you're asking me if this risk is faced more by Twitter than all the other digital players, no. So what it is only noise, right? So now we want to understand the business of Twitter. Before I share with you my perspective on Twitter versus Facebook, right? And I'm gonna share with you a little bit at the front and then more so at the back. So please stay tuned to the end of this session because I tell you the best nuggets are always left to the end of the session. So don't drop out before that, okay? And I'm not kidding about it. Okay, so can some of you just type right in the comments? Share with me what do you think is the difference between Twitter and Facebook from a user's perspective? From a user's perspective, what is the difference? And it is just lagging a bit. So let me just wait for oh, sorry. Why is it like that? Okay, sorry, some technical stuff. Okay, tell me, talk to me. Okay, Priya says that Twitter is for official purpose. Anything else? Anything else? What is Twitter for? You know, versus Facebook. Like, what is the difference between them? Guys, talk to me. Come on. Okay, I think maybe the comments are lagging. Okay, but basically, there are three things, right, from a user's perspective on how Twitter is different. The first is the lifespan of content, right? So the data shows that more than 90% of Twitter's activities and engagement happens within the first hour of tweeting, right? And but then for Facebook, there is ongoing conversation for hours and for days. So that's one. So what does this tell you? That people do spend more time on Facebook than on Twitter, right? The second thing is niche curated content, and this is where Twitter has an advantage over Facebook. Why? Because Twitter, you can curate your content, you can follow your important topics, you know, the people that you want to follow. Trump, right? who are the people that you follow? You know, type in the chat, who are the people that you follow? Okay, now I see. Exactly. Good. Yeah. People are saying that, hold on. Yeah. So people are saying that Facebook is more personal. Yes, Twitter, short tweets. Facebook is for more social. Ihan, yes, Ihan says, I go to Twitter for latest information, but I go to Facebook for connection. Bam, it's spot on, guys. This is spot on. Okay, it's precisely it. So for Twitter, right, it's curated content, you know, the power of the content. Just now I was saying, right, it's a pulse of the planet as compared to Facebook. And it's very funny, you know, because recently one of the long time commentators on CNBC actually tweeted something. He said that Facebook has more content curators than Twitter has employees. Meaning what? That on Facebook, there's a lot of noise, you know, there's a lot of buzz, there's a lot of junk even that they have to spend so much time curating the content and just eliminating all the junk, right? But on Twitter, this content is actually curated. You can curate the content, right? And the last is timely versus timelessness, which is exactly what Ihan says, right? I go to Twitter for the latest information, but I go to Facebook for connection. That is true. You know, Twitter is very here and now. It's relevant information. It's constantly changing, the place to go to for instant news. But Facebook is timeless. Facebook is where you go for social connections and you connect with the people that you care for. So great, you know, this is good. So now tell me, this is from a user's perspective, right? But from the company's perspective, Okay, no, sorry. Before that, so what does this tell you? Do you think people spend more time or less time on Twitter? If you look at this, do they spend more time or less time on Twitter? But when they go into Twitter versus going into Facebook, where do they put more attention to in the time that they are there? Okay, you can see in this chart, it's very interesting that the time spent on social media in a lifetime, right? They are saying for Twitter, it's just 18 days. For Facebook, it's 1 year, 7 months. This is up to you, okay, to decide. But the business implications, we will talk about it later. So this is from a user's perspective. Now, from a business perspective, can you tell me, how does Twitter make money? How does Twitter make money? Yeah, someone say follow FF. Okay, I create a banner, okay? Follow. Okay, while I create this banner, can you tell me, how does Twitter make money? And do you think Twitter makes money differently from Facebook? Talk to me. Oh. Okay, so how does Twitter make money? Let me share with you, okay? It is no surprise. Twitter makes money the same as how Facebook makes money. It's through advertisements. 85% of their revenue is through advertisements. What kind of advertisements? They boost their tweets, so they advertise tweets. They advertise their accounts. They advertise on trending hashtags. They advertise apps, and it comes in various formats, like video, like posts, like text, right? 85% of their revenue is in that, and then 15% of their revenue is in data and enterprise solutions. Now, I think this is going to be the revenue driver that we also want to look at moving forward, because if you guys were to tune into last week we had a superb sharing on how to evaluate tech stocks, tech analysis. Some people, they send me messages, they send Sean messages, they send the team messages to say that it is one of the best online trainings that they have ever attended, and it was for free. Okay, so right now it's no longer accessible, but if you want to get access to the materials, let me try to help you get it. Let me think of a way after this, but do remember to follow us on our Facebook page. Follow me on my Facebook page, Felicia Fong, and on the Facebook page, Next Level All Stars, because we have a lot of good content over there. Okay, so anyway, back to tech stocks. We were talking about recurring revenues, that this is the business model that is going to drive growth in the future. Why? Because with a recurring revenue model, it means that your upside, right, your revenue continues to increase, but your cost is disproportionate. Your cost is disproportionately increasing, right? With the same amount of cost that you're spending, you can reach more people over time. And this is what Twitter is doing. Okay, so most of its revenue is in ads, and then we have a part of a revenue in data and enterprise solutions. Now, what is data and enterprise solutions, right? You must be asking. So for data and enterprise solutions, So for data and enterprise solutions, what we are saying is let's say selling data, right? Data licensing. So for example, telling the advertisers what are the hottest trending topics, what are the hottest search keywords, how many people are viewing your ads, who are these people, so that you can do a little bit more targeted ads. And they also allow developers to build other apps to integrate with Twitter. So that's when the whole subscription model, the whole recurring revenue stream comes about. Now, very interestingly, okay, this quarter, the quarter that just passed, Twitter actually saw its highest growth in terms of monetizable daily active users. Now, what does monetizable daily active users mean? It means that people who are actually viewing your ads, because at the end of the day, if there are so many people on your platform and no one is viewing your ads, right, then it is no point, because you cannot monetize it. So the metric that they are tracking is monetizable daily active active users, and that is the number of people who are looking at the ads. Now, so they saw their largest growth, and that was by 24%, meaning that as of the quarter that just passed, every single day they have 14 million more people who are viewing the ads. It's really a big increment. It's 2.5 times more than 2 times the size of Singapore. More than 2 times the size of Singapore every single day viewing, right? Going on Twitter. And they are growing their international base. You can see about 30%, right, of the increase came from international users. And also their ads increased in their engagement, meaning more and more people, they are putting more attention into the ads. They're clicking on the ads, it's driving sales and all that. So so in a sense, I would say that it is pretty promising. Okay, so how it intends to grow, right? I mean, can you just tell me, Before I go to my next slide, can you guys share with me, what is, we always talk about social media having this effect. What is the effect, of social media that is able to drive this ad revenue model or whatever revenue model? What is the value of social media? What is the value of social media? What is the value of social media? What do we say? The what effect? The what effect? It is the, talk to me, guys. It is the network effect. Okay, so the network effect, exactly, right? Junhui, great stuff. Yes, I see you guys saying the network effect, influence. It's exactly it. And why do I say that there is room for Twitter to grow? It's because Twitter is increasingly gaining users on board, right? Which is what I shared just now, 24% increase quarter on quarter, which is the highest growth rate that they have ever seen. And what does it mean when we talk about network effect? What does it mean? When the whole point of network effect is that when more people are coming on your network, when more people are using your platform, when more people are using your social media platform, it becomes more valuable, because when there's more eyeballs on Twitter, it means that advertisers want to get on the platform to advertise, because it means that what? More people are viewing the ads. And when more people are viewing the ads, more advertisers come on. So it's a cycle, right? It's a cycle. You get it? And I'm going to share with you what Twitter is doing in order to gain even more people on this platform to further grow that network effect. Okay? So they are improving their product features. So now they have this function where you can follow by topics, right? Which is what I said just now. The difference between Facebook and Twitter. I mean, yes, Facebook, you have your closed groups and whatever not, right? Which is great. But on Twitter, it's very instantaneous information, short information that is very concise, very powerful. You can follow business and finance, accounting, marketing, small businesses, startups, right? That's one on topics. And then you can follow listings. So that means within these topics itself, right, they will filter for you. They will rank the top rated tweets. That means that the tweets that are most relevant to your topic that you are following, they rank it for you and they push it up. And so it's so powerful. This is really a place for information, and it draws people in, and that's where you get more users on board. And when more users on board, based on the network effect, there's more advertisers that come on board as well, right? The third is global content. So now you're able to search by locations. And I think just now we saw that in the daily active users, the growth is actually more driven by international users, right? 30% of the growth is coming from international users. And this is what is happening. And that's also because of their improvement in their product features, that you're able to search worldwide, right? And the last is all these tweets, what they call fleets, right? Where it's almost like our Instagram stories, it's like our Facebook, what they call it, the Facebook stories, right? They disappear after 24 hours. So they're trying different ways to improve their product features in order to grow their user base. Also, and I think this is extremely powerful, guys, okay? They have secure exclusive deals, right? Exclusive agreements with broadcasting agencies, and with different partners in order to bring exclusive content to the users. In different areas, in politics, in sports, in entertainment, in news, so on and so forth. So just to give you some examples, right? They recently signed a video content deal with Recording Academy. So they have exclusive live stream of the Grammys red carpet pre-show. Can you imagine what's happening behind the scenes before the Grammys? That you can only get to see this pre-show on Twitter. Exclusive. Not only that, for all the gamers over here, the Call of Duty League, if you're a gamer, I know there is this whole season, the whole season of Call of Duty. Also, if you're a sports fan, Overwatch League, right? They also have all these exclusive live streams of behind the scenes. All these are multi-year media right partnerships, okay? And also, they have near real-time highlight clips from each week of, let's say, Overwatch League, which is the esports, Call of Duty for gaming, even for the Democratic presidential debates, right? For Twitter, they do have exclusive screening agreements, and then candidates get to answer the questions tweeted by the voters almost instantaneously. And because it's so time sensitive, Twitter is actually investing in their back-end systems, in all their infrastructure in order to cater to mass traffic, and also in order to cater to even more instantaneous feedback from the market, both ways. Okay, and this is really going to enhance, as in this powerful and real-time content is really going to drive new users on board. And where else are they going to grow, right? I mean, just now we talked about how many percent of their revenue is in ads. Let me see if you paid attention to it. How many percent of their revenue is in ads, guys? Just now we said. More data to sell also. Yes, exactly. Right? So guys, tell me how many percent of their revenues are in ads? 85%. Okay, 85% of their revenues. Yes, Carol. 85% of their revenues are in ads. And let me show you what's happening in the global economy. Okay, increasingly, traditional ads are decreasing and digital ads are rising. You can see in these red bars over here that over the years, digital ads, whether small or large businesses, they are increasingly decreasing their traditional ad spends because they know that more and more people are coming on board. All the digital online or social media, Google, whatever, the internet space. And therefore, advertisers, marketers, they are increasingly pumping in money to digital ads. And tell me, this 85% of Twitter's revenue, are they in digital or traditional ads? If it's digital, type D. If you think that it is traditional ads, type T. Tell me. Hey, Zach. Hi. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So with this, right? What does it tell us about the future of Twitter's ad revenue? It can only grow, right? Yes, good. I see a lot of these coming in. Next, mobile digital spend. Okay, we can see. Let me teach you how to read this chart. The left side of this chart, 2013, this is the worldwide span, 2013 to 2019, can you see that the mobile internet ad spend has increased by 10 times? Can everyone type 10 times? Okay, type 10 times in the chat. And we can see on this right side, it's just another way of visualizing, okay? The red bars are the ones that's rising. The red bar stands for mobile ads. So within digital ads, right, you have desktop ads, and then you have mobile ads. Mobile ads is driving the growth of digital ads. Okay, and guess what is Twitter doing? Twitter, okay, their priority as of now is to get right their mobile application promotion suite of services, what they call MAP, meaning that they are going to integrate, they are going to build more algorithms. They are building, as in they are improving their platforms in order for advertisers to target the right viewers, the right users. You can even go as specific as, okay, their Wi-Fi connectivity, what kind of ads you push out, what kind of, is this device new? If this device is new, then maybe this person is more open to new ads. So then for the app developers, this is where they can come in and push their ads for people to download their new apps. You get what I mean? So they're giving you more and more information about who is coming on board in order for mobile advertisers to do more targeting. And I think this is going to be pretty powerful, right? Hey, Lily? No, it's not digital and traditional apps. It's ads, ADS. So traditional ads are like your TV ads, right? It's like your billboard ads. When you go to Orchard Road, you see all over, all your billboards on your H&M, whatever, on your bus stops. All these are traditional ads, as long as it's not online. Digital ads are all your online ads, basically, whatever you see on Twitter, whatever you see on Facebook. Okay? And something that's very interesting. There was one day recently, just this month, right? No, sorry, last month. No, sorry, this month, 10 days ago, on the 8th of July, Twitter's share price increased, right, by close to 10%, because there was this news that went out that says, hey, Twitter actually put up a job description, a JD, a job, a hiring ad, right, to say we need new engineers because we're going to set up a new subscription-based service. And just now I was sharing with you about subscription-based, their DES, right, which is the data and enterprise solutions. What people are guessing, right, that this subscription platform that they're talking about is different from that. It's not the back-end data that they're selling to people. It's not the platform services that they're selling to people. It's content. Because why? Just now, we already talked about it, right? Twitter is used by all the high-profile people. Oprah Winfrey, right? Trump, Biden, Obama, who else? Elon Musk, people from all industries, whether they are celebrities, whether they are politicians, whether they are business executives, they are all on this. So because people know that this is the power of Twitter and they're coming here for real time, can you imagine how powerful it is? It's like whatever thought is in the mind of Elon Musk, whatever is in the mind of Trump, and a tweet, right? At a second, you get to access that thought. Why would people not pay for it? If you will pay for this, if there are people that you are really subscribing to and following very, very closely on in Twitter, can you type the name of the person? Can you type the name of the person? And if you're, let's say you will consider paying for subscription just to follow this person, can you type in yes, right? Can you type in yes? Dalton don't like Twitter. Yeah, I guess different people, different, Okay, so At this point, guys, if you are learning something, can you please help me by smashing the like button, smash the love button. And also, I'm just going to pause for a while because I'm going to move on to the part to talk about whether Twitter is investable, right? So we want to look at its financials. But before that, can you please share this video so that more people can learn together? Okay, because it's going to be exciting. What I'm going to cover after this is going to be really exciting. Okay, you are really, really going to learn. I know it. So can you please smash the like button, smash the heart button, and share this. Share this with your friends on social media, right? The power of social media as we're talking about social media platforms. Share this video. And if you have shared, can you please type shared? If you have shared this video, type share. If you have shared this video, type share. Cool. Okay. I think so far so good, right? It's exciting. I've got more stuff to share with you guys. Okay, come. So, now we want to talk about whether Twitter is investable, right? So let me share this. Let me just go into Morningstar. Here. Okay, now I think you can see my Morningstar. Okay, awesome. Thanks to everyone who shared. Okay, let more people come on board and learn this. Okay, come. Let's look at Twitter, right? In terms of revenue. Revenue over here, you can see where I'm highlighting, the revenues are growing, which is a very good sign because whenever we want to invest in a company, we want the revenues to be growing, right? But not just that. We want the profits also to be growing. So if we were to look, okay, so we see revenue over here, operating margin, okay, net income. So that means their profits. So initially they were not profitable. Of course, Sean was also talking about how, for tech companies, they need a period of time in order to be profitable, right? Because there's a lot of investment capex that need to go into the systems and all that. So they were not profitable. But in 2018, they became profitable, right? 2018, 2019, you see a growth in their net income, right? You see a growth in their net income. Same for earnings per share. Okay, the earnings per share initially was negative, 2018 positive, 2019 grew. As of now, there was a slight decline. Why? Because of COVID, right? I mean, initially there were more events that were being cancelled and all that. They were not extremely badly hit. No, in fact, their revenues grew 3%. Okay, their revenues grew 3% year on year. So they didn't decline or anything, but it's just slower growth, okay, because of COVID. But as I was sharing with you just now, they are having different ways of getting people on board. And therefore, I don't think it's going to be significantly impacted. Okay, that's my thoughts. We look at free cash flow. Okay, free cash flow means the amount of money that they have, right? Set aside. We always say that cash is king, right? Cash is king. So after all the operations, and everything, what is the cash flow that they have? What is the cash that they have on hand? What is the cash that they have in the bank, right? It's increasingly growing. Okay, I mean, it is growing, and then last year it fell a little, and then now it fell a little, but it's still very strong, right? Yeah. So they have 618 million as of now, which I think is still a good sign because it has been positive. Yeah, it has been steadily positive. For key ratios, okay, so we can see over here in terms of their gross margins. So their gross margins have been pretty sustained, right? Around the high 60s, which is good. It means that it means that their underlying costs, right? The cost structure itself is very healthy. When we talk about operating margins, when we talk about EBIT, okay, this is where it was initially negative, right? Because of all the investments and all that. But in 2018, just now we said that it became profitable in 2018. And I must say, right, that if a company has more than 10% EBIT, it is strong. Okay, it is strong. So for Twitter right now, for the past 2 years, it's been more than 10%. Right now it's less than 10%, but once again, I mean, for me personally, when I study the business, I don't think this is this is a cause for concern. But let's see what else. Okay, for their then in terms of financial health, right, something that's very important, we learn about what? We learn about debt, right? So we don't want a company, especially during this time, when things are unstable, we don't want a company to be in debt. Anything that is less than 0.5 is very strong. Okay, your debt to equity ratio. So we can see over here that for Twitter, it is less than 0.5. So it is good, right? I mean, in terms of its financials, it seems pretty decent, pretty good. Now, in terms of the valuation, we can see just for the last 2 years, PE. Okay, I mean, current is slightly above 2018, 2019. But as Sean has mentioned the last time, right? He did a full study. He downloaded, I think, 65 different companies' financials, across 30 years or something along those lines, right? Many companies' financials. And he studied into them, and he came up with a conclusion that he's more and more convinced that for tech companies, looking at the PB ratio is the way to go. Right? Because of all the assets, because of all the investments that you need to do with building the systems, and all the platforms, so on and so forth. So if we were to look at PB just very quickly, right? The 5-year average for the PB is 3.42, and right now it's about 3.2, meaning that it is actually it's selling at a slightly cheaper valuation. So this is, it's a very, very simple, how to say, a valuation technique. If you guys want to use DCF, also can, but I think it's I think for now we will just use something simpler. Okay, any questions? What's their debt? We already answered that, right? Debt to equity is less than 0.5. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys couldn't see the screen. Okay, later when I go through another one. Okay, so now back to this. Back to Twitter. Can you guys see? Okay. PB, simple and straightforward. Chiwa, yes. Simple and straightforward, exactly. I tell you, guys, it doesn't mean that simple is not powerful. Sometimes simple can be really powerful, okay? Same thing. If you guys know what options are, okay, I'm not going to be talking about options today, okay? But I tell you, for my investments that have made 100% returns, right? Those are simple but powerful techniques, okay? So please don't underestimate simple, because sometimes simple is really powerful. Okay, so we have answered the question, whether it's investable in the sense that, we know that in terms of the valuation, it's cheaper than before. We know that its finances, it has turned profitable, right? And it has good net profit margins, pretty good, I would say pretty good net profit margins. But what is ahead is up to you to decide. Now, the question is, the title of today's Facebook, right? I put Facebook Live, I put there, is Twitter the next Facebook? If you think Twitter can be the next Facebook, can you type T? If you think Twitter can be the next Facebook, type T. If you think Twitter cannot be the next Facebook, then type FB. Okay, type Facebook. I'm super curious to see what do you guys think? Hey, okay, come in. Guys, tell me. this question, whoever typed this, could you share with us more about why PB could be more appropriate way to evaluate companies? That's why you have to follow us on the Facebook page, Next Level All Stars, and also follow me on my Facebook page, okay? Because that's where sometimes we share insights that are time limited. You know, for last weekend's tech workshop, the videos are no longer there. But once again, you know, let me go see whether I can get the resources for you guys. But basically, the reason why PB, I mean, yeah, okay. We cover that another time now, okay? But I see. Okay, let's get back to this. Facebook. Hey, polling, hello. Okay, Facebook T needs longer years to grow. Facebook, okay. Wow, this MH. Facebook. Okay, great, good. Okay, let me tell you my thoughts on this, okay? Now you can see this is really a snapshot, you know, of what's happening in Facebook versus Twitter. So for Facebook, just looking at the monthly active users, it's 2.2 billion as compared to 330 million monthly active users on Twitter. Okay, so in terms of the network effect, remember I was telling you guys that social media, it capitalized something that's very important. It increases the value of any social media platform is the what? Network effect, right? When more people come on, more advertisers can come on, and that's where you make more money. That's where the platform makes more money. As of now, Facebook is many times, you know, larger. It's more than 6 times. It's 7, 8, 9 times larger than Twitter. And also remember just now I was telling you guys that for Twitter, because it's very time sensitive, right? It's very time sensitive. The information is not as timeless as Facebook. People come in and out. So at a glance, daily time spent on Twitter is about 1 minute as compared to Facebook, which is 60 minutes. Okay? Okay, this is Facebook. Because you guys tell me, right? Facebook billion, polling, exactly. Facebook billion, Twitter is million. Now, how many daily active users are there on Facebook? Just now, if you saw my slides closely, you should have the answer. But I give you a sense of the numbers, okay? World's population is 7.8 billion. China and India have about 1.5 billion. Okay, the US has 330 million. So, how many daily active users are there on Facebook? How many daily active users are there on Facebook? Hey, I love this, man, Nicholas. Very good. That means Twitter has more room to grow. Very good. It's exactly, right? Sometimes people are already so big. Sometimes you're so big, market so saturated. It means that not so great opportunity for growth, right? Great one. Okay. Can you guys tell me what's the answer? A, B, C, or D? How many daily active users are there on Facebook? Okay, I'll tell you the answer. Okay. It's 1.73 billion. You know, it is like more than the whole of China and more than the whole of India coming on Facebook. Okay, Facebook is a mammoth. It's gigantic. We can also see, you know, how Facebook dominates. Facebook is here, and then you have WhatsApp, Messenger, which is what? Owned by Facebook, right? And then we have Instagram, also owned by Facebook, and then you have blah, 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 TikTok, and then Twitter, right at the bottom, right? Okay. Twitter is right at the bottom. I know the thing is being hidden right now. How to unhide? Okay. You can see, right? Twitter is all the way at the bottom. For those of you who have just joined us, now we are discussing, can Twitter become the next Facebook? You have already missed out on the Twitter business model, you know, and what it's doing to drive growth. But you can always watch back this video. Okay, follow me on my Facebook page. That's Felicia Fong. Also on the Facebook page, Next Level All Stars. A lot of resources over there. Okay, so let me tell you about Facebook. Okay, because I think we've already covered Twitter, and then now we're asking whether Twitter can replace Facebook. For me personally, I also think no. Okay, I think Facebook is very powerful, and if you're interested, to find out more about this Facebook stock, I actually did a very deep stock analysis on Facebook where I teach people about the exponential growth model, because Facebook is one company that grew, I think, 173,000 times, if I'm not wrong. Okay, it's just insane growth. Go to my Facebook page and watch back that video. It's really going to teach you a lot. But okay, just two reasons why I don't think Twitter can beat Facebook. Okay, and therefore, what does this mean? That there might be opportunity in Facebook, right? The first reason is precision marketing. In terms of the ads, right? What is very important is that we want the right people to be targeted with the right ads. If you are a schooling student, you don't want Facebook to be targeting you with parental ads. If you are, if what kind of ads do you enjoy seeing? If you are a gamer, right? If you're a gamer, or if you are a sports fan, you don't want an e-commerce site who is advertising on Facebook to be targeting you with beauty products. You want things that are relevant to you. Okay, so precision marketing is extremely important. It's what we call one-on-one marketing, and this is where Facebook has so much data, because they not only have many people on board. Just now we saw, right? It's in billions and billions and billions. Not billions, but it is like 1.8 billion just one day, right? Daily active users. Not only that, but they are able to track your demographic, they're able to track your interest, they're able to track your life stage, so on and so forth. And therefore, it becomes very enticing for marketers to come on. This is just 2019. They actually did this survey. They asked businesses, if you were to invest heavily in the next 12 months, which will you choose, in terms of the precision marketing space? Which platform will you choose? 60% of them chose Facebook and Instagram. Can you see? And Google and YouTube only receive 40% of the votes. Okay? So Facebook is powerful when it comes to driving this ad revenue model. And once again, I think that it's difficult for Twitter to catch up in terms of this precision marketing space. Also because of the way Facebook is, right? That they have many different pages. It's just the whole setup of the site itself. You can do more things with it, and therefore they have more than 10 types of ad formats, meaning that they can cater to the needs of the users. The second thing, okay, that why I believe that Twitter, it's very hard for Twitter to catch up with Facebook, and this presents an opportunity for Facebook, is because of social commerce. So we can see, right? Social commerce, the forecasted 2019, it was $19 billion just in the US. 2022 is forecasted to be 38 billion. Within the short span of 3 years, social commerce is going to double. Okay, and what is social commerce? Social commerce is like, for example, you buy through Instagram. Did you know that you can actually buy through Instagram? Or did you know that you can actually buy through Facebook or buy through Facebook Messenger? If you have actually done that before, I'm very curious to know, okay? Because I personally, I have gone into Facebook shops and stuff like that. If you have used any Facebook platform to do your shopping before, can you type me in the chat? Can you type me in the chat to let me know? Hey, yeah. Okay, Mansing says, yeah. Okay, someone says maybe Facebook can buy over Twitter. That's exactly what are some of the conversations going online. They're precisely saying that. This one become Facebook presentation, is it? Mansing says, yes, I'm already sold by your Facebook analysis. Now, if you have used Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger to do, right? Lena says me. Nicholas says me. Who else? Who else has bought via social media channels before? And you can see, right, just to share with you, 87% of e-commerce shoppers actually believe that social media helps them to make a shopping decision. But only one in 4 of them in the US are selling through Facebook, which means that there is more opportunity, okay? And do you think Twitter will be able to do this kind of social commerce? I think it's a little bit difficult, okay? It's a little bit difficult. It's not impossible, but I think if they disrupt themselves and if they are, I think, but I don't think that is the way that they are going. You know, just now I was telling you guys about this subscription model, you know, that they are doing this subscription model in terms of the people. My guess, you know, is that they are going to get people to pay and subscribe to let's say a Trump or let's say a Elon Musk, right? I think that's the way that they are going, okay, because that's their strength. So you can see Facebook, Instagram, they roll out shop fronts, you know, they integrate their payments. Sorry. Yeah, they integrate payments with PayPal. Recently, also, you know, in Brazil, just June last month, they finally made WhatsApp payments available. So you can buy through WhatsApp. That's incredible. You can make payments through WhatsApp. And in India, okay, India is like the world's largest population, right, together with China in terms of like continents, in terms of like regions, right? India, okay, Facebook is investing in Geo platform, and Geo looks into 5G, it looks into all the telecoms, all the connections. They have very strong relationships with the governments, with different partners in India. So they want to penetrate India in terms of the WhatsApp space, you know, in terms of social commerce, because right now in India, they already have 400 users on WhatsApp. Okay, so they really want to grow this penetration. Yeah, and this is really the way forward. Let me see some of the comments. What are you guys typing? Actually, not many people use. I did Facebook sales. It launched. It first. Oh, okay. So May is saying this. Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, so this is why I think, you know, just two reasons. If you want the more detailed evaluation, you can always go back to my Facebook page to watch that video. I promise that you'll really learn a lot. So this is why I think that Twitter is not going to be the next Facebook. And I think Twitter do have a different plan. Once again, their niche is in real-time information. Their niche is in exclusive information, right? So if you have real-time information, exclusive information, then they are looking into this subscription model thing, which I think is going to be extremely I mean, it's going to be a big opportunity, okay, if they do it right. Yeah. Okay, now I want to show you something. Okay, and this is where I'm coming to the end of my presentation, so and you really have to stay with me because this, I want to show you, it is an opportunity. Okay, so today, right? Today, more than 50% of the world's population is using social media. More than 50% of the world's population is using social media, okay? We have about 4 billion people using social media. Can you guess, just less than 3 years ago in 2017, how many percent? Yeah, exactly, because you're asking us to like your Facebook page, not follow you on Twitter. Cool. Okay, can you guys guess in 2017, less than 3 years ago, what is the percentage of social media users? So today is more than 50%, right? Just 3 years ago, can you just put a guess? Put a guess. How many percent of the world's population was using social media just 3 years ago? Come on. Okay, the comments are a little bit lagging. I am very curious to know what you guys think. Okay, so I just wait for the comments to stream. But while the comments stream, in the meantime, I just want to show you. Okay. Nicholas says 20%. Lena says 30%, 20%. Wow. Okay, Ken, 25%. About there. Okay, the answer is 30%. But can you imagine? 30% jump to 50% now in just less than 3 years. You know, we are only halfway through 2020. Actually, yeah. So social media is really definitely growing. Time spent on social media. You can see 2012, it was 90 minutes per day. 2019, 153 minutes spent on social media. Can you just type in the chat also? On average, you know, if you look at how much time you're spending on social media across your different social media channels, right? Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, what else? TikTok, all the different ones, YouTube, right? How much time are you spending? How much time are you spending on social media every single day? How much time are you spending on social media? Yeah, Nicholas, exactly. 2020 should go up a lot because of COVID, right? Everyone's at home. So how much time are you guys spending on social media every single day? Right, Lena, social media consuming us. Does that include the time we... Yes. Oh my goodness, who is this? That's so funny. Does that include the time we spend watching endless Facebook Live? Yes, include. It's so hilarious, you guys. Some of you tell me that you prefer watching endless videos than Netflix. Oh, sending my love to you guys. Okay. Okay. So I see. I already spent 1 hour on Facebook. Haha. Nicholas. Lena says. Yeah, Damien says at least an hour. Facebook user says 2 hours. Lena says 2 hours. So can you see exactly, right? Daily time spent on social media networking. I mean, the social networking has increased by 60% since 2012. And I do want to ask a curious question. Can you please guess, okay, which is not a top 3 item in terms of time spent in a lifetime? So in this entire lifetime, let's say from now till the time you leave this earth, right? Which of this is not a top 3 activity that you spend time on? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Wow, who's this? 10 hours? Who is this 10 hours? Guys, guess. Which one? Okay, some people say TV is not the top 3. What else? Watching TV. Some people say, okay, so here. Some people say watching. Actually, a lot of people type watching TV. David says watching TV. John says watching TV. Inling Chan says eating and drinking. Wow, so many people. Hey, this one. Who is this? Sleeping are not the top 3 in terms of who is this guy? Are you a robot? Are you a robot Facebook user? Okay, very good. Nicholas says watching TV has become obsolete. Really? How come so many people type watching TV? So many people type watching. Okay, let me tell you what's the answer, okay? Wes Kwong and a few others. Eating and drinking. Can you see? This is so cute. The least amount of time spent is doing housework. I can hear some people laughing already. The least amount of time spent in a lifetime is doing housework. If you agree, type in the chat, haha. Oh my goodness. Least time doing housework, followed by socializing, followed by shopping. Facebook user, just not that one, sleeping. I'm from the 3 a.m. club. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So then we have social media, right? Social media, watching TV and sleeping is the top 3 activities that you do in your lifetime. So now what does this tell us? If you guys want to know what kind of opportunities you can look into, type me. Okay, today I already gave you 2, Twitter and Facebook. But if you want more, okay, guys who have not shared this video yet, okay, and to everyone, if you want these slides, if you want the slides that I'm showing you today, share this video. Only the people, share this video, more people can learn, and I'm going to share the slides with you guys. Okay. John, okay. Ken, ready for more? One more, okay? One more tip, one more last one. I know we have run over by 3 minutes. Okay, me. Very good. Did you know that there is such a thing as a social media ETF? Just look at this. It's called SOCL. Okay? You guys can go search it up. And I just show you in SOCL, this is the basket. There is Facebook, of course. There is Tencent. There is Naver. There is Snap, right? You know, Snap is increasingly popular. There's Twitter, Spotify, blah, blah, blah. NetEase. NetEase is a gaming company. And then Baidu. Okay? So, if you've learned something, can you please type in the comments, learn. If you have learned something today, can you please type in the comments, learn? And also do remember to follow me on my Facebook page. Type learn. If you have learned something today, do share this video. Do share this video, you know. Learn and love it. Awesome, David. Learn and love it. Who else is like David? Learn and love it. Okay, so do remember to follow me on my Facebook page. Follow Next Level All Stars on our Facebook page. So much information over there. Great information. We have a great team of very passionate educators and investors and businessmen. So yeah, that's all I have. Do remember to share this video, and I am going to go offline soon. Have a blessed Saturday. Okay, continue to enjoy learning, and I will see you. Learn to spend. Hey, this is John, very funny. Learn. I need to spend more time on housework. Me too. Who is like John? Oh my goodness, great stuff, guys. Thank you so much for spending your evening with me. You know, once again, smash the love button. Share this video. I'll catch you on my Facebook page. More information on Next Level All Stars, and I'll see you. Tom, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Welcome, Tin. All the thank yous, right? You're welcome, Ingling, Lina, Tom, Steve, Nicholas, Facebook user, Tin, right? Kenton, Sianka, John, Lina. Okay. Yeah. Ciao. Take care. Bye-bye.